So we're live now on the Twitch. Hey, hi guys. Hey, welcome back to Windy D&D Guild. We're playing Witchlight in Wesmia, and we're curious to see exactly what happens next. We have with us at the moment we have Aravis and Dottie, and letting their dogs out right now is Vulric. But they'll be with us here in a few moments, giving me just enough time to do some announcements. So here we come. So the first announcement that we have is, of course, we're on a schedule change. So if you were watching for the Witchlight campaign yesterday and ended up watching the random adventures, that's why we did some schedule changes with the new year. So Witchlight's going to be on this day until, well, really until, as far as I know, until we're actually, finished killing hags and things. And we've also got, yeah, you're live. You're live right now. No! All right.
No.
Love it.
When I thought I muted myself, did you hear me screaming?
No, not this time. The door is enough of a silence on it, I guess. Nonetheless, so we're back, and then we're going to be back on later on this evening. Verod is going to be doing his Legend of Zelda Echoes campaign at 6 p.m. Central, and then we're back on Friday again. Normally with our Olive on Chronicles. This week we're doing something slightly different. We're going to be doing a By the Fire chat instead, as I have to be on the road when we're supposed to be gaming, so... But that doesn't mean that I can't still talk about the craziness that is the OGL, or the even more craziness that is the backstories of the characters that are in that game. So we've got lots of other things that we can talk about during for the Olive on Chronicles that morning anyway. But that'll still happen at 1 p.m. UTC. And then the Adventures of Ala Inn also jump in. As I understand, they're making political connections now in Ala Inn. And that's with Caffeine as your DM, and running that at 8:30 p.m. UTC. That is another slight time change, not a major time change, but a little bit one there. And so those are all the things that are happening in the guild in terms of the schedule. But there's other things happening too. So we have just, we're still pushing through on our Roll for Wishes campaign. So if you are so inclined to, I'll put it in the chat here. Hey there, Dak. I see you in the chat right now already. Anywho. So in the chat there is a wink. It's a wink. Nope, it's a link. It's a link to the Roll for Wishes campaign. Looking to see if we can get to $250 by the end of February or by March, so that we can support the Make-A-Wish International Organization. Then we're going to carry on to the other new announcement, which I know Vulric will be kind of slightly excited about. We have merch. And with our merch, we have apparel. This is as the Saskatchewanites in Canada would call, my bunny hug, with the logo on it. And there is mouse pads. The one I've got right now is the Olive on Chronicles mouse pad. But there's also another one that Mini Windy J, one of my little ones, has actually painted. And so that's kind of cool. But we got stickers. And the stickers that we've got include Pollinella the bee from this very campaign, as well. That's what I was thinking. And then we also have the D's nuts as well from the Olive on Chronicles. So there's a peanut sticker you can snag from that. And then, of course, the Windy J logo, and more stickers to come. More stickers to come as well. So, yeah, if you want to check out that, you can always check out the merch store. There it is in the chat as well, and feel free to procure for yourself all of the things.
Give me that link. I'm buying it.
It's right there in the chat there for you. So yeah, Pollinella was one of the first ones I definitely made, so it's perfect. It's pretty. I was pretty excited for it. All right, so with that, we have now done all of the guild announcements. Now we can actually get into the game proper. So where these yahoos left off, called the Red Brands, they call themselves the Red Brands, they had gone to a place in Yon called Motherhorn, with the intention of dispatching the hag that lived there, and maybe 2 more hags if they happened to have been there as well. Well, when they got there, they found this mage-like character in the bottom of the mountain. Which, by the way, the group managed to get a whole host of Briganok and Koreds to try to be at the ready if they needed some extra help as well. But they went in first, battled this mage, knocked her out handily, went upstairs from the understage to the main stage level, got themselves caught up in a performance. At which point, the hag they were seeking came down to join the performance after watching it. And without too much ado, Dottie decided that no, we're just going to be blowing up the hag instead. So yeah, that happened.
Gonna interrupt our improv. I mean,
they kind of did. She kind of did. Nonetheless, in the ensuing fricassee that happened, a whole bunch of basically a swarm of darklings dove down on the group. They survived, but not with enough to be able to say that they were willing to face off against the hags even further. Especially when they realized that she was not alone, and she indeed did have her 2 sisters with her. So they dipped. They ran away, basically, leaving uncertainty in Motherhorn behind. They have no idea what's going on now in Motherhorn. But they did go. They did retreat back to the Briganok mines, and as they retreated, they brought with them the mage that they had knocked out earlier. They traveled back deep into the mines. The mage, having been knocked heavily unconscious and taking a long time to regroup, the Red Brands decided they were gonna take themselves a long rest. At the end of said long rest, or actually during the long rest, the mage woke up. Shimo had conversations, started to create some sort of a pact with this person, that they would not cause damage or harm, and in fact maybe even help with the reattack on the hags. Other things that happened here: the Briganok came back into the Briganok mines as well. Koreds came back. Elred leading with the Koreds at the moment. And that was the other one. One of the people that you were also traveling with, a person by the name of Gleam, a elf with an interesting moon-shaped mask, came and attacked the hags with you, but chose to stay behind, saying she was not leaving without her sister. And so that is one thing you presume to be happening somehow in Motherhorn, that there is still one of your allies. I'm not going to call them a friend because you don't know them well enough yet, but an ally nonetheless may still be in Motherhorn herself. And that is where we're going to pick up. After your long rest, everybody's collected their long rest, and you are now planning your way back. Or are you planning your way back to Motherhorn? And at this point in time, we have just our 3 players, and Volric had to dip off for a brief moment, so they'll be back, I'm sure. But in the meantime, it means it's up to you, Erevis and Dottie. What are you guys going to do?
Let's do this. Let's blow up some hags.
I agree. I say we grab as many people that are willing to.
I also agree. I'll be back in 2 seconds, but I also agree. Let's kill these bitches.
All right.
We should try. I mean, we've destroyed all the other 2 hags' house. We might as well try and destroy this one, by having the Briganoks take out the foundations, perhaps.
That is true. What's the house made of again? Would we remember that?
Yeah, it's basically built into a mountain and seems to be part of a mountain, almost as if it's actually been carved out of the mountain.
Okay, so slightly harder. Fireball won't work. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, I can't burn this one down, sadly.
Dottie's determined to burn down every house of every villain they run into.
I was never gonna say this. Where's the unicorn horn?
The unicorn horn is amongst you. I think it ended up being in your possession.
My possession.
Yes.
Okay, let me make
that sounds right.
Put that down. Okay, I gotta add that. But
Let's see here.
We
Yeah,
are missing a few people, so my thought process is we attempt to sneak in using Pass Without a Trace and all that, find that thing that we were talking, that the document we found was talking about, the like putting the unicorn horn somewhere, or like reattaching it perhaps to the lady's horse. Just try and do something with it because it's a powerful object, and there was something about a sister that I don't think, like a fourth sister somewhere. I think I still have a document. So
do you need the lore drop? I can do the lore drop if you would like.
yeah.
It
I
has
think
been
I
a long time
remember.
since you saw those papers, so I can reread some of those papers if you would like.
Yeah, I believe I kept them with me.
Okay, I agree. I believe that you did that too. I'm just going to find those. So, the pieces of paper that you would have received were ones that you uncovered from the residence of, this would have been Granny Nightshade, that you would have gotten it from. So I'm just back at Loomlurch, the tree house that you burnt to a crisp. Before doing so. So one of them, as you pull it out to kind of review and see what all is super important, one of them reads, "Sister, I don't have Eladon's horn. If I did, I would use it to free Bloodybeak and send it after the Jabberwock that lairs in the palace and hunts in your forest. No matter what Endelyn says, that burbling beast of a dragon is a threat to our coven and our 3 realms. How Zybilna managed to befriend it, I'll never know. Maybe we should ask her, haha. Much love, Lorna."
Okay, so
I love the theme of
they're
the tent of
trying
humor.
to free a fourth sister, or a fourth something or other. A named
Coven
character.
member.
Go ahead and roll
The
for
Elder.
me a
Go
history
after
check.
something that's a threat to them.
Go for,
I rolled
Ender, or Erebus, go ahead and roll for me a history check.
Okay, history. I now have proficiency in this. It's 20.
Aha, yes you do.
I now demand a full history and
It's-
background of this
It is
person.
definitely coming. So you
Entire
don't
world.
know. Well, no, that's not true. You do know who Zybilna is, and mostly because of the interactions you have with Scrags. Zybilna is known to Scrags as Chalk, and is some form of deity or powerful being that Scrags worships. So
Oh,
they
shit.
mention how Zybilna managed to befriend it, I'll never know. It being, apparently, the Jabberwock, which is some form of a dragon. You don't know who Bloodybeak is, but apparently Lorna, or Bavlorna Blightstraw, seems to think that Bloodybeak would be able to at least take on the Jabberwock.
And the horn would be able to be used for it.
To use to free Bloodybeak, whatever Bloodybeak is. You don't really know
Okay.
what that
We don't
is.
really know what that.
But obviously that means the
Bloody-
horn has some sort of arcane abilities.
Out of character, crazy theory time. Scragged the Jabberwocky.
Scrags might be able to make friends with it. Is what I was. saying.
Scrags is just like.
You pull out another
Anyway,
one of the
serious time.
letters, and this one reads,
Oh.
"Lovely Scab. The last time I saw the unicorn horn, it was in your possession. Pity you lost it. But fret not. I have gazed into the orrery of tragedies, and it is revealed to me that Eladon's horn will be found. If worst comes to worst, recall that Eladon's mate still dwells in your forest. You could kill Lamorna and take her horn. Assuming, of course, you're not too busy making toys. Your darling sister, End."
First off, Scab very close to Scrags. Very could be right. My weird fury could be right.
So
Second-
Scab is Scabatha Nightshade, otherwise known as
Yeah, I
Granny
know.
Nightshade.
I was just like, I'm just gonna put fuel on the fire and hope it just sticks. But So she's like saying, "Here, girly pop, really don't wanna deal with your shit. So you go out and kill them if you're not if you're not making puppets still."
Yeah.
XOXO Gossip Girl.
That's pretty much it.
And is just as much as an asshole as I thought she was going to be.
Yeah.
Top tier.
And then the third
Okay.
letter that you saved.
Okay.
Dear sister, there's no use asking Endelyn if she has the horn. She doesn't tell us anything. But if we don't find it soon, I fear what the Jabberwock will do after it gets tired of prowling the forest and turns its fiery gaze elsewhere. God's bodkins, that thing gives me nightmares. Must I remind you that we need a unicorn's horn to free creatures from the cauldron's time-freezing magic? It's not enough to know their true names, you know. Of course, my greater concern is that someone else finds the horn and uses it for exactly that purpose. What do you think Zybilna will do to us, we treacherous three, if she's no longer bound by her cauldron's magic?
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
Your beloved sister,
I wish Scrags was
Lorna.
here. If we can find that cauldron, or the Jabberwock, or connect any of this, and somehow use the horn, which we do have, and a true name, I think.
Well, they were saying, not to burst your bubble, but they were saying the true name's not enough. So I think what they're saying is that we could break them, or you could just use just the horn and that would be Gucci enough. You wouldn't be able to do anything or control it with the true name, because that's how true names work. But, like, you know, you could be like, "You're free now," and he'd be like, "Okay, time to murder you."
But if it's Zybilna, hopefully Scrags is like, "Hey, I worship you. Please don't kill us."
Do you think Scrags would be opposed to murdering us all?
Yeah. Somewhat.
Somewhat.
Scrags
Depends
would
on how
say,
he's feeling.
I don't know.
Scrags would say something along the lines, and I will not pull out my goblin voice because it's going to cause too much pain and suffering. But the Scrags would say something particularly sarcastic. Yes, I hate you all, or something along those lines. But
Makes sense.
very much has no interest in you dying. Partly because you helped them stay alive.
Aww.
Okay.
Aww.
So these are the new options. What do you guys think?
So my concern is that we know nothing about Zybilna. And Scrags has also told us nothing about Zybilna. So,
I assume Scrags would be here, like feeding into this, but
and this is when Shimo's going to step in
Scrags-
and say, "Could we ask somebody? Does nobody know of Zybilna?" Dax totally right in the chat. Dax says in the chat, Scrags has no interest in you. You just don't turn your back on him.
Fair.
alright.
In character, Balric would be like, well, I mean, if we're going to be going around asking everybody who Zybilna is, we might as well make a good start with these folk.
We still have a prisoner.
Turned around to prisoner who I just just threatened with murder. Hey, girl. Hey, so you overheard everything we just said in the past 28 minutes. Who's Zybilna? Spill.
I
and if not, I'll probe your mind.
That sounds oddly sexual.
Don't make
What
it
if
be.
you want it to be?
You made it, that, not me.
Whoa, you're the one.
She She is an actress, girls. She is an actress.
Is an actress. Just let me give me 1 second here as I look something up here real quick. Doobly doo.
Looking
There
up
we go.
information on
Okay.
Zybilna.
Would an actor know?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So she'll look up to you and she'll say, "What of her?"
Well, starting from scratch would be very good. Give me a good picture.
She's a she. I've never seen her. The three hags, well, bitter end at any rate, has mentioned her in passing. But that is all.
I give like a slight eye to Dottie, who I hope to fuck is wearing the beanie.
Oh yeah, beanie is going on and Dottie's staring her down.
All right. Are you using it?
Yeah, and I would like to say that it's canon that Dottie thinks she has to like stare at someone like that in order for it to work.
All right. What's the saving throw on it?
I think it's an item DC, so it should be 13.
13.
12 or 13,
Okay.
probably.
Well, okay, please do. Because I have rolled. Actually, I should roll with this so that the whole world can see the roll. Here it comes.
Yeah, funny enough.
10.
13.
Yeah, so with a 10, you're able to get to the surface thoughts. And the surface thoughts that you have from her at the moment are very much starting with, my wrists are really, really sore. I really wish they would untie me. What do I have to do to convince them to untie me? This hurts. My ass hurts. The rock is hard. All of that stuff.
Oh, poor baby. Dottie says that out loud.
Do you say it out loud?
Oh, absolutely.
She just kind of looked at you, was like,
Voldemort is 100. Voldemort's gonna turn around and be like, just look at you and go, and then go back.
will you dive deeper?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, well, she
The
rolled
save
a
was
10, so
for
you
deeper.
can. Going in deeper, oh gosh. There's a few things in here that you collect. Words that kind of jump to the forefront. Valor's call, and that she doesn't want anybody. She wonders if you guys are new recruits, and doesn't want the Valor's call to know anything about where she is. She's not with her people anymore. She would rather be left alone and just act. It was a lot more fun when she could play dress up, but the Valor's call is, they're just annoying, and they were the ones that were hunting for the Palace of Heart's Desire, hoping to get something out of it, but that pretty much encompasses what you're thinking about. When you say Zybilna, you get the sense that she feels like Zybilna must be somewhere at the palace of Heart's Desire.
I'm writing this.
So for a person who didn't know shit, she apparently knows a lot. God's sake.
Okay. Do you say anything of this?
Oh, absolutely.
Great.
Ooh.
Hello.
Didn't we talk to a dwarf and a human who were talking about the same thing? Where is our friend of the Briganox?
That is a good question. She has not been near you recently, but that doesn't mean that she's necessarily gone and run away from you either. Let's find her.
Are there any little Briganox running about?
There are, yeah. Oh, a number of just none of them are the main ones that you're used to. They're just the little rat-sized kind of creatures on two legs.
I'll just
passing
tap one on
through
the head
here
as it passes by, and ask it. Sorry, and I'll get down on basically prone to get face to face with it. Can you find me? Let me see if I can remember the name. Mulliver.
Molliver. And
Mulliver.
just reaches its hand up, kind of puts its pickaxe in its left hand, reaches his hand up and just kind of pats you on the forehead. I can do that.
Mhm.
And turns and walks back.
Treat you like a dog.
And just walks back towards
Oh,
into the
hi.
house. We'll say that for story progression purposes, in about 10-ish minutes, Molliver does reappear. Oh, you're feeling much better. What is she doing here?
Oh, we'll probably kill her after we question her, but
And you guys
I
look over to
figured throwing her
Skilla,
back
and
in the hag.
Skilla's got a bit of a face of fear on her as she sees Molliver enter the space.
oh, there's something here, and I still have detect thoughts up. So what's
Yeah.
going on?
Shit, they are part of Valor's Call.
Okay. Dottie is
two
like
questions.
relishing in this.
Who is? Oh my gosh, I'm so bad with names. It goes one in one ear and out the other. The lady we were talking about the entire time.
There's Zybilna.
Actress.
Zybilna, yeah.
Okay,
Who is
okay.
Zybilna, and what is Valor's Call? I think you might have said something about it before.
Well, Zabillin is that lady right there. points to her.
Who are you asking? Are you asking Molliver?
No, Zybilna's the person we're trying to find, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, who are you asking? Are you asking Molliver that?
Molliver.
Okay, so Molliver, for her part, let me just find her thing here real quick. For her part, she immediately pulls out her short sword and just kind of got it trained on this mage that you have kind of tied up. She says, pardon me. She says, kind of turns to you. Okay, answer's true, but first, why is she here?
Captured
Let's
her.
go question
Because
her.
I
Is
got
it
bored.
And you brought her into the
I
mines?
also got bored.
She attacked us, and well, I guess we attacked her in the Hag's palace, and she seemed like the only one we could easily capture.
She sheathes her sword. She goes straight up to the mage. She says, "Not another sound," and takes the gag and shoves it hard onto her face and ties it tight. And then pulls up her hands and starts binding them a lot more tightly, as well. Where's her staff?
Bit of a lover's quarrel.
Yeah. Did she have a staff? I forget.
She did have a
Oh.
staff. Yeah, in the original location. In the original battle location.
Hi, Scrag.
I'm glad you're here, Scrags.
Hey guys, sorry about that. I was asleep. I took a nap.
We'll call it
Yay.
call it the after effects of jet lag.
Yeah, I'm still absolutely not.
So what has transpired
I'm
so
here.
far is the group has actually gone back to revisit old information from Loomlurch, from Granny Nightshade's place, where Erevis pulled up some letters that revealed that there is some sort of a cauldron someplace that has time stopping magic that freezes people in it. And the suspicion that Zybilna or other creatures like something called Bloody Beak might actually be stuck inside this cauldron, and the ability to use said Bloody Beak to protect against a Jabberwock was included in the letters, the unicorn horn being considered the tool that could be used to unfreeze people out of it, and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
So all that review brought them to asking more about Zybilna, which the party recalls Zybilna is basically just a different name for the deity or the being that you follow as Scrags, known as Chalk.
Okay, yeah.
So they've all kind of put all that together. They're now interrogating this mage, but they're also now interrogating Molliver, the human that was with the Brigannox. Because as Dottie did a dive into this mage's head, she discovered that the mage was nervous about a group called Valor's Call. Erevis recalled that Molliver mentioned something about Valor's Call. And so here we are.
Okay.
So Molliver,
Okay. Interesting.
with that last statement, just saying, "Where's her staff?" What was your response?
I said that we not leave it back in the box.
We took the box with us most of the way.
You can look inside the box, and the staff's not there.
I'm also gonna read the mage's mind at that moment.
Then you will get it. It's get this picture. You recognize the space as the understage, and the stairwell that would have led up to stage right, and just this quick little glimpse of the staff
That's where I took her out.
just dropped on the stairs.
I'll relay the information.
I didn't think anything of it.
That's good. Valor's call. Best put, we're trying to do good. And the likes of her, not so. And I'm just trying to pull up names here for you guys. Just give me 1 second. I lost one of my group's names. Not that one.
Oh,
Yes, okay.
Oliver, can we get the information we need from you at this point? Like, is she...
She's tied up. She's not going to talk for now. You have apparently the ability to do something with her mind, so maybe just keep that open for a bit.
Minds. Yes.
It's not unusual. She used to be. I don't know if she still is. If you've got her by herself, chances are, well, really anything's possible. But we knew of her as a member of the League of Malevolence.
Gonna write that down too.
And
so for the uninformed in the room, what the hell?
The League of Malevolence includes a number of individuals with their own agenda. And very much happy to just pursue whatever it is that they wish. Let's see here if I can remember other names from it. There was one named Kellic. Kind of a... Yeah, kind of. They're all mages of some sort. Pardon me. And I don't know exactly what they're after, but I do know that the Valor's call was, well, sundered by them.
And Zybilna was their leader?
No. Oh, heavens no. Zybilna would have nothing to do with the League of... Well, to be honest, Zybilna would... If Zybilna were still around, we wouldn't have to worry about the League of Malevolence.
Interesting.
So how do the hags factor into this? How did they capture her? Or did they capture her?
Captured
Or
this one?
no.
Zybilna.
Well, also, how did this one end up working as an actor? But
That you would have
she's
to
not
ask.
very good.
Probably out of a job. Probably out of a job after her group was disbanded.
it's true.
And if the hag made her feel at home, then it does. I don't put it past them to just simply stay where they're cared for.
As long as she got what she wanted, she was willing to stay from the way you're making it out to
Or
be.
we're talking about hags. If the hags gave her what she wanted, she may have been forced to stay by way of the agreement.
So here's what I have so far. And Dolly's just kind of sketching out some notes. Valor's call good. League of Malevolence bad. Zybilna is trapped in a cauldron inside the Palace of Heart's Desires.
You know more than I do, then, apparently.
Okay. Where is the Palace of Heart's Desire?
I don't know. I honestly... I haven't been out of the mine for a long time. Meeting you is the first time I even stepped out of it. In, well, a long time. when after you lose one's adventuring party, it's difficult to decide how you're going to move forward. The Briganox took me in, and I protected them, which is why I'm not so happy about you bringing that piece of shit in here.
Oh, we can kill her. It's fine.
All right. So this is what I'm getting, and correct me if I'm wrong on any points. We don't know where the Palace of Heart's Desire is, therefore we cannot get to the cauldron, therefore we cannot release anything.
Well, I don't.
We don't know where the Jabberwock is, whatever that is. That might not even be something we want to mess with. So we have the information about this sort of thing, but we don't know how to use any of it.
We've only asked one person.
But
What about that elf that you were with? The one with the moon mask.
She's in the castle still.
What about your flower friend? They've been here way longer.
Amador!
Amador, save us.
I go.
But if all else fails, that information alone might be enough to split up the hags.
They do hate each other.
Not only that, what if they thought someone was going to free a very dangerous person?
So you're thinking...
They might just lead us straight there.
Okay. Okay. That could work.
But first,
You're
Amador.
certain that they would actually chase you? Like, you're certain that they would go to the Palace of Heart's Desire just because you say there's dangerous shit there?
Not
Show them the letter.
show them the letter. Tell them they better hurry. Because basically, act like we have someone already there working on it.
Okay, what letter?
I show them the letters.
Okay. And she gets to one of the letters. She's like, wow.
It's because Better End signed her name as End. She was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're kind of bitchy.
Yes, okay.
They're
One
sisters.
thing we've not
Do you not have sisters?
Not that I know of, but it has been 100 years.
Okay, fair. This is not unusual. Sisters can sometimes snipe at each other. Nonetheless, what they're writing about, that would work. I'm certain you're probably quite right. I would be certain that would work. We have no use of her anymore. You can feel free to kill her.
Okay.
Fireball.
In a mine. That's good. Fireball in a mine. Okay.
what
Look, they did it in a forest. I'm not surprised by anything anymore.
She deserve it, though.
Donnie's like concerningly summoning like a firebolt in her hand.
No.
Just like
And you're looking
What?
at this mage. She's just like, because she's completely gagged and held and tied up tightly.
one thing we don't actually know is what's in this for the hags. Why are they actually doing all of this?
Well, they seem to keep these creatures either as, like, to keep them away from their plans, that they can't beat them in a fight, or as things they can control, like Pokemon, where they just
But
take them out of the cauldron to throw at
why
enemies.
do they try to take over this place? I mean, it makes no sense.
What is a
I
Pokemon?
mean, tyrants often take over places just to rule it.
yeah.
But
Evil.
that's not what hags do. Hags is all about the souls.
Hags
It
are,
makes no
hags
sense
are
they
all
want to
about
take
the
over
misery.
here.
The misery.
Hags are all about the misery.
Oh, the misery.
So what's
DMCA, please forgive us all. Okay.
It just cracks down.
Everyone get Everyone, get your sing songs
right.
out. We're doing karaoke night starting now.
Bolivar will turn to you. The hags have been here causing challenge for all of us since before I arrived. I would hazard a guess that the fact that the co-reds are dancing again is not good for her. She was quite happy to cause pain and suffering. Seemed to revel in it.
But does taking over this place help them in something else?
Have you been harmed by the fact that they have taken over this place? Have you had to deal with discomfort, pain, suffering, challenge? I certainly have. I've lost my whole party. None of them are left. They're all gone.
Just a bit sensitive at the moment.
Yeah, but I mean, is there something else? They don't just after control of this place. Are they looking for something else as well? There must be something more than just here. And I start pointing around.
That's a very philosophical question, Scrags. I mean,
I
is
mean-
there more to life than pain and suffering? I mean,
No.
Yeah, of course there is. Gold. There's treasure. There's murdering. Murdering's fun.
they
She,
seem
I mean,
to be able to do that.
they have not shown interest in treasure,
Ulrich's not there.
but they have shown interest in murder. Particularly if murder causes lots more
Ulrich's-
suffering.
Am I a hag?
They stole that. They stole. I mean, fire does prolong their suffering when they have to.
Donnie just having an existential crisis.
Oh my god.
Dottie's true reasoning. That's
Dottie, you're not nearly
Queen of the
smart
Bergonauts.
enough to be
Hashtag
alive.
sort of hag.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Oh, I'm changing my Twitter bio. Am I a
I've marked
hag?
that now. While this conversation... Whoa, that's interesting. We're on the wrong soundtrack, apparently.
That's scary.
Yeah, I
No, wait. As soon as Dottie turned out that she was a hag, she was like, well, I'm in it now.
Roll initiative.
Oh, I must have clicked a button or something. Alright, there we go. That's better. I've got that marked now, though, so that's totally going to become a clip. Anywho,
So funny.
am I a hag? So the Volric, you stepped off for a little bit to go try and find Amador, and you will be able to find Amador. He's still trying to get the get Obud to kind of settle his house back on his pony again. That's pretty much. And so when you approach, he's gonna turn back and look at you, Volric, and say, "Oh, how was the battle? They're all dead, I'm assuming."
Well,
Their armies are. The hags aren't.
All the army is dead.
Okay. Are we going back in?
Yes.
Not right now, little one.
We first have to
I have a
talk-
couple of things to ask.
Okay.
Do you know of someone called Zabella?
Zabilna.
That one.
I've heard of her.
I like that name better.
I've heard of her.
Hmm. Can you tell me anything about her?
She used to run this place?
As in the mines.
Oh no, much bigger, like all of Prismeer.
Interesting.
She thinks she's. Somebody said once that she has something to do with the hags, but I don't know what that means. Her house is at the palace, but she's been gone for a long time.
The palace.
The Palace of Heart's Desire.
Would you know where that is?
Yeah, I can take you there.
Perfect.
Like
Volberg just had like a very sinister smile just come across his face, and he goes, "Perfect."
Hang on, are we going there now?
How far away is?
Okay, you're not with them right now. Valric went into the
I
mines
look
to go
back.
find.
There. Okay.
Yeah.
I look back, and do I see them all having their conversation / Dottie having her realization of
No,
she's there?
you actually had to travel through the mines a little bit to go and find them, so
Ah.
you're a bit of a distance away.
Okay. That would have been so good. Though. Anyway, he goes, I would say probably once we discussed it with the others, that would be their top thing to do. Leaving the hags to recuperate may not be the best idea. However, we've got some good information that they're scared of your friend.
Huh. Well, I'm at your service. And just kind of turns to Obud's pony and cinches up one of the belly straps one more time, and kind of ties it in. That should do it. And Obud just kind of like, go ahead, you do your thing. And Amador turns back to you. Well, let's go say hello to your friends again. My rapier is at your service.
How's your petals growing?
And the petals are growing
Good.
slowly back in. Just really hard when there's no sunlight.
Yeah, that's what they
really
thought.
hard when there's no sunlight.
Well, hopefully you'll be getting plenty of sunlight soon.
That would be so nice. Paulina would love to see me back to normal again, I'm sure. Let's go. And just kind of starts walking alongside you. So a few moments later, the rest of your party would see Valric return with your dandelion friend, rapier at his side. And he's walking somewhat tall, despite the fact that he doesn't have all his petals back in yet.
Guess who scored us a date at a castle?
He knows where it is.
Of course he does.
How far?
Well, it's not in Yon, so I could leave you here. We'd have to leave Yon.
I don't see. Look, we're going to have to make one way or the other.
It's true, but what about the Briganox?
And Mulliver,
The Briganox are big
Mulliver
boy.
will say, between me and your Dragonborn friend, I think we'll probably take care of the Briganock. It's actually the Koreds I'd be more concerned about. They don't really have the
reminds
minds
me.
to protect them.
That reminds me. How are the Briganox working on my little foundation plan?
They're not getting far. Like, your plan is wonderful. The mountain is large.
Well, as long as they're able to keep at it, whilst we're away, it's going to do substantial damage by the time we return.
Well, they'll have a team working at it, but they're not going to put all of their forces to it. They're going to do what they can to protect themselves as well. And
Of course.
to be honest, we're rather hopeful that you have a different plan. Because that one's going to take... Well, I don't know how time works in this place, but let's just say it's going to take time.
All right. So we have
They told me they were fast workers.
the horn. We have the location. We need a distraction.
A distraction.
Points to actress.
I wouldn't trust her.
Oh, it's not a matter of trusting her. She just has to scream loud enough, don't you think?
Oh, so we drag her back into the castle and then kill her.
We can leave Molliver to do that part.
I know.
I'm sure they'll take some bit of
I think
enjoyment.
I'm sure
Just-
Molliver and our friend, hold up, I forget what his name is.
Amador?
Elred.
Okay.
Elred can,
Oh, Alred. Yeah, okay.
Elred can figure out how to distract them well enough. I think we need to go find Gleam.
Ugh, do we have to?
I think we do.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how much do we need her?
And Amador
Seven.
will say, hang on, what do you mean Gleam? Where is Gleam?
Oh, fuck.
Shit!
Oh, she's just taking a relaxing vacation in our enemy's fortress.
She's still in there.
She refused to leave with us.
Well, not to put it too bluntly, which is kind of funny. I'm not taking you to the palace without Gleam. Or at least without
Oh, for fuck's
Gleam
sake.
having gotten Glister out of there. That is no place for any family member to be left behind.
Ugh.
All right.
Valric turned and starts making his way towards the castle.
Dottie, actually, do you need her for the distraction or not? And I'm talking to Mulliver. And I'll point
Need-
at the mage.
Do I need Gleam for the distraction?
No. The mage. Bound up.
For her for the distraction?
Prisoner.
Let me think about that. Might be able to use her. She's just going to slow you guys down.
Yeah.
All right,
she's
Dottie,
in
you
your
can't-
hands
I'm
now.
sorry, you can't kill her.
It's okay. I think this one's Molliver's. There seems to be some beef there.
All
I
right.
respect that.
Okay.
I appreciate the misery that you're about to cause.
And she looks to you as you say that, Valric, and says, "Oh, that's a great point. Yeah, I can use her." And suddenly, and all you see is like the wide eyes that were of this mage just got wider. By the way, Dottie, you did get a name in your dive into her brain. Her name is Skilla.
Skilla. Okay. I'm gonna write that down too.
Skillet? Her name's Skillet now.
Okay.
Her name's Skillet. It's Skillet on my book. It's Skillet now. Pop off, Skillet.
I love how nonsensical my notes are right now. I
was gonna be like-
the mean mage.
Suddenly, I don't know that you were actually even taking notes up until today. So hey,
No.
Today's my first day of notes.
I can promise you I've been taking notes. They're just awful. I will happily show them in the chat later.
horrible. Okay, so
where I'm just like, here's my scribble.
Molliver goes over to Skilla and just kind of grabs her hand bindings and lifts her up to her feet, which she now realizes you guys had actually bound up as well. She's, oh, okay, that, and she tries
Those
to
are my
lift
notes.
Skilla up onto her shoulder, and just starts. I'll find Alred and we'll see about a plan. Maybe the Corvids have one last fight in them.
Right.
And you're off to the palace?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, hopefully not to enact a play this time.
And Amador said, No, I'm not taking you. No, we get Gleam first.
No.
We get Gleam
Oh,
and
that's
Glister
what I
first.
No,
meant.
Valric
That's what I
went.
meant.
Valric,
Okay.
Valric
good.
went that way to get the Gleam. He just was like, oh, for fuck's sake, and then he went.
That's
Okay.
what I meant.
So Molliver is now heading back into the mines with Skilla. You no longer have your prisoner. But you do have... Valric left. Valric just dipped out and started walking back up the mines towards Motherhorn.
Wait for
All right,
us.
let's go.
All right. So, back through the mines you make your way. You do still hear the tinkling of and tapping and hammering sounds that come from the mines. They seem to be getting a little bit stronger. They seem to have moved. Some of them have moved their operations to the other side of that bridge across that chasm. And there's, in some cases, you're actually walking past a number of them carrying wheelbarrows of rock out of this area of the mines. But you still have a long ways to go to get back to Motherhorn. Is there anything you guys need to do to prepare before you walk back into the lair
Should
of the
we
hag?
go through the same entrance we just left out of?
They don't know that we're there, but they didn't know about that. And it's been... If we had an 8-hour nap, and then it's going to take us 2 hours to get there, and it took us 2 hours to get back, it's probably been like about 12 hours. So it's been like nearly a full day. If they haven't caught on by then, they're not going to catch on at all.
Let's hope.
It's either
All
that
right.
or the front door. So
Knock, knock, knock. Hi, Gleam's upstairs. Can we just go collect her? Like,
Just like,
she
Gleam,
started a
come
little
out
bit
to
after
play.
supper.
Hey, bitch, can you listen?
Gleam's gonna be late for supper, and my mom told her that she needs to come back for cookie.
Time out. Just time out on the fight. We're gonna just get Gleam. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to you later. Can we just jump past you there? Better end, sweetie. Love the dress. Need to get to Gleam.
All
Come
right.
on.
We need to come up. I think pass that up trace. Easy selection. We're gonna need.
Yes, me. That's why I was going to go by myself, so no one else knows me down.
Well, they all
I
caught
got
up
past
to
that
you.
trace.
I know.
So Scraggs just said, I have passed without a trace. Who all has passed without
I'll-
a trace?
Me.
Yeah.
Anytime Scraggs wasn't here, I was using it for everybody.
Beauty. So you guys get closer and closer, and actually I'm just going to say over the course of the next couple of hours, you do traverse your way back through the tunnels the way that Obud previously led you, but when you first attacked Motherhorn. And you do get back to this little final curve that you recognize immediately as is the hidden entrance to the understage of Motherhorn. And everything seems less lit than it was when you first arrived. You did pull that crate, that one crate, and kind of jam it into the hole there, and it still appears to be exactly where you left it.
Cool.
Push through.
Told you.
I'll go. Yeah, if we're doing pass that trace, I think we're all going. Right?
Okay, so roll for me. Collect.
Are we? Oh, God's
Roll
sake.
for me.
Hold on, let me take a...
Who's actually casting Pass Without a Trace? Let's be just to be clear about it.
I'll do it.
Volric's doing it.
Save Scraggs spell slots.
I don't think it's
They need
stacked,
more than I do.
so it would be bad if they both.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah,
stack.
that's what I'm saying. I'll do it, so Scraggs can save his spell slots.
Roll for me a stealth check, everybody, and I'll roll once here for Shimo as well.
Come on,
27.
Shimo.
Shimo!
33.
Shimo, you should have been here. You would have rolled much better. I'm sure of it.
30.
Okay, so we've got.
I will give Dottie advantage.
Ooh. Oh, she already rolled though. With advantage, I guess, in a fashion. So she still gets
Shimo
a 20 with the 31. Yeah, you should have given Shimo advantage. Oh well.
To be fair, it says it pops up with 2 numbers. Am I stupid?
Actually, I have advantage.
Yeah, you have to turn
No,
that
is
on. There is a toggle switch that you can turn onto your sheet to give yourself 2 numbers.
I rolled a disadvantage by accident because I'm wearing the hood
That's right.
cloak,
You shouldn't
so I
be
shouldn't have
rolling.
disadvantage.
Yeah, it should just be a straight roll. So, but all the same, that 4 was your first roll, so it's still the
That's
4.
21.
No, it'll
Well,
be
no,
the 4.
it's 4. It's 4 and 21.
Well, what is the?
That's right. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's just a straight roll, so it'll be the 4 first. So in this case, you got a 14. Shimo got a 15. Okay. 31 from Dottie, 31 from Erevis, 33 from Volric. Okay, cool. So you guys all kind of very carefully lift the crate so that it doesn't cause too much of a scraping sound. There is a little bit of a scraping sound, but it's super soft. Nothing that would actually echo through chambers or anything like that. And you step through. Amador. Shoot, I gotta give Amador in here. Is Amador included in your Pass Without a Trace? How many people can you cover with that?
I can cover the entire party.
Amador got a 27.
Yes, Amador!
Okay, so
Slay!
you guys all kind of step into this space, and what you do see the exact same kind of layout as before. A lot of the deconstruction you caused when you had a battle in here ended up seems to have been cleaned up. You do see goblins back at work, but inside this space, the lanterns and the sconces that provided actually no, they don't have light in here at all because it's just goblins now. So they've actually doused all the lights.
Volric is going to whisper to Dottie. How can you communicate telepathically?
I'll answer in your head. Yes, I can.
Dottie, Erebus, and I will go slightly a bit forward than the rest. That way, if there's any danger, Dottie can telepathically tell everyone backwards, and they can get a head start in running.
Okay. Only within 100 feet, though, I do believe.
That's why I said like a little bit. We'll go like 60 feet ahead or something.
So you guys,
That'll work.
which way do you have two different ways that you know of to get to the upper levels. One of the ways
I'm going the way that I know.
Okay, you're gonna go up that hatch, but there is
the way that I came through when I ran away from everybody else the first time. Remember where I came down the little stairway?
Okay, so that stairway is another level up. You're not there yet.
Oh shit! Right, okay.
Yeah, you're still at the very bottom level. So there's only two ways up that you are aware of. One of them, none of your group members have actually used yet. However, Dottie had a pretty good picture in her mind of Scylla's staff being left on the stairs towards stage right, which is the stairs that she was running towards when Erebus finally knocked her down. But then you also have the hatch that you guys can use to get up to the upper level as well.
Well,
So,
if I remember rightly, the goblins are going to be like all centered around that hatch. So if we don't want to get instantly caught,
probably the stairs.
I say let's go to the stairs.
While we're going to the stairs, I want to look out for that staff.
I will actually also mention there is a third way that Erebus would know about. There is the loading dock with the cranes that extend outside that you guys could potentially use to maneuver your way up to the upper level without anybody expecting it. Unless
That could
they've
be an
already
idea.
expected it. What do you guys want to do?
Do you want that staff or not?
I want to look at the staff, yeah.
Okay.
Well, then we're going for the staff.
All right, so you guys start slinking your way along the walls as quietly as you possibly can through the shadows. The goblins seem to pay no attention to you. They're just all putting together various props. Actually, what you do see is that there's one new wedding cake that's being created. With the black icing, you do see that there's two other goblins trying to shove stuffing back into a boar. Things like that you guys sundered when you were fighting in here. The stove pipe, the stove's pipe is still very badly bent, and there's one goblin who's just kind of looks at it, shakes his head, drops it, and goes back to work with the stuffed boar instead. But a variety of those kinds of activities that are happening in here. Most of it is just in the process of being cleaned up. You slink your way.
Minimum wage, minimum effort. Pop off, goblin.
You slink your way back towards with the stage right, the curtain that blocks the stairs, and you open up the curtain, and very quietly, and what you believe is stealthily, walk your way up the stairs. The staff is gone. Dottie, where you recognize the staff should have been, it is not there anymore. But closing the curtain behind you, you no longer hear the goblin sounds. All of their work and effort, it's like a soundproof curtain, has prevented their sounds from getting to you. So you are now all walking up these stairs, again, very quietly, very stealthily, as best as you possibly can. And as you guys emerge to the top of the stairs, you can see immediately at the top of the stairs is the edge of the seating of the theater area. And kind of do a quick look. Who would be first one there? What's our marching order? Let's go with that first.
Me.
Okay, so Volric first.
Me and Erebus first, and probably Dottie in the middle, because I had suggested the telepathic thing, and then probably like a little bit back, maybe Amador, Scraggs, and Chimo.
Scraggs, where would you want to be in that?
I'll be towards the rear, ready to throw my companions into danger and run away.
All right, that definitely checks out. Okay, like a true air genasi. Okay, I need to find Amador so I can get them
Well,
on here
excuse me, I'm a fire genasi now.
too.
I've upgraded.
Love it.
New and
Yes.
improved. Can I see out like from the wall? Can I see?
Just let me give me 1 second. I'm actually going to get it all set up, and I'm going to let you guys know what you see. Hang on.
Oh.
Okay, that and that. Okay, got it. Okay, cool.
Oh my god. Gleam's still standing there.
Oh
Look
yeah,
at
she's
her.
definitely not there. I haven't set up any of this map yet, so apologies. Dottie goes there.
She's right there,
Shimo
guys. Let's go
goes
get her.
there. Scrags goes at the back end of it. Okay, cool. Coming up the stairs. Beautiful. Okay, so yeah, you're not gonna. This person's not here anymore. So Del Teated.
I don't think any of them are there anymore. They're all
Del
dead.
Teated. And that sacred flame or whatever that tool was, Gleam is not there anymore. Let's do that with her. Okay, there we go. Solved. Okay.
Oh my god, Gleam evaporated.
All right. So, stepping out around the corner, the stage appears dark. The lighting contraptions that loop up high over top of the stage appear to be unmanned or ungoblined is in this case. There's no lighting that's pointing down towards the ground. There's nobody sitting in the theater seating. You do hear a little bit of chatter from behind the backdrop, but not much beyond that at this point in time. In terms of other sounds that you looking around, one of the things that you also notice, and Dottie, you'll be the first person to notice this, there is no remnants of that flying contraption that that bitter end flew down on to interrupt your guys' play. So with that contraption gone and nobody being out there on the stage, it seems quiet, dark, hushed.
I'm going to do a hand gesture for Erebus to tell him to point to the stairs that I walked up that one time.
Right over here.
And then I'm going to investigate around this area, still trying to keep within range of Dottie's little powers.
Roll for me a perception check, please.
Would my passive wisdom of 17 not help?
This one is you being active about doing it.
God damn it. Boop. Shit. 12.
Yeah, all right. So looking around the space, I mean, you still feel as though you're pretty quiet in here. The upper levels, the balconies, that's what you start looking at first, because that's where Bitter End came from in the first place. That's also where you saw Skabath the Nightshade and Bavlorna Blightstraw on the other balcony as well. Looking up there, quite a ways up. Doesn't seem like there's any activity there right now. Maybe a little shimmer of light up there, like from a candlelight, but that's about it. Still quiet. But from where now you're going out onto that raised stage there, that little circular area.
Well, I was going to try and follow where the chattering sound was. I just moved my token to figure
that makes
out
total
where that
sense
was.
as to how you would do that. What you would see is that there's the three actors that you were improvising with earlier on. They're sitting there over a tea with the lead, with that goblin that was feeding you lines, kind of sitting there as well, and they're just kind of having a quiet tea together.
Rehearsal, right? Okay. Now that I know that it's not threatening, I will go back to the rest of the group as they're making their way up the stairs. Okay. I think. I just really.
Is that what you guys are all doing? Let's get a map here.
Yes.
Look at roll 20, you doinks.
Let's see here. That's not the right button. Let me get to the right button. There we go. That's the ticket. Okay, so here we go. Maps. Okay. Yeah. So, making your way back across the space, I'm going to give you guys consent to go ahead and just move your tokens to where you want them to be for a second, to see what you all see.
Well, I'd be right here beside Erebus.
And if you need me to help you with moving tokens, I can do that too. I'm moving Amador with you guys, though.
Well, Erebus, wherever you want to go, I will be like coming up behind, so it doesn't matter where you go.
Well, I wanted to check out this place because it was the only place we've never been up these stairs.
Aha, that is true. You have not been in that space.
Then I'll be there.
Okay. Erebus, roll for me a perception check.
All right.
Scrags, are you moving in with them?
Amazing. 9.
Scrag says
I am
Good to
moving
know.
in with them, yes.
Okay,
A 4 on the
Yeah.
dice.
all right, there we go. All right. Let me pull out that information, because that is not a room I was expecting you to go to, and I didn't have that one memorized. Okay.
Link.
We broke the game.
Oh, no, you just broke the DM. There's a difference.
Again.
Which is not uncommon for you, as you break the DM often. We should be used to this.
Quite often, yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, that was the... Oh, I just went right past it.
If there's any noise coming from it, I don't know if that's
Yeah,
the
okay.
best.
No, there won't be any noise in here. What was your perception? Okay, 9 perception. Yeah, you guys are having a tough time seeing anything because you're so used to this being such a well-lit space. Nothing seems normal. What I will say, both you and Volric, what you are noticing is it seems almost as though, with the lightning that still kind of strikes overhead from time to time towards the center, like the peak of Motherhorn, the shadows seem to be much longer than usual. Just like foreboding a little bit. In this room, though, as you guys step up to it, there is a curtain that's blocking it as well. So you'd have to actually push the curtain aside to see what's inside. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'll peek in
Okie doke.
very carefully.
So, peeking in, what you see in this space, it's another prop storage room, and this one is chock full of all sorts of oddities and tools. There's powdered wigs in a chest where the chest is actually opened up. You see a massive mouse trap, like 3 feet wide and 8 feet long, propped up against one corner. You see a parasol, an umbrella type parasol with what seems to be like a weather vane that has been attached to the top of it. All sorts of other kinds of strange props and oddities in this space. There's a plaster pedestal with a gargoyle that's kind of just leering over the edge of it. You do see a throne, which seems to have some has like velvet cushions on it, and a wooden cradle with a baby goblin doll is in here as well. It's just crammed with stuff.
Quick question regarding the powdered wigs.
Sure.
As a follower of Chalk, who is also in Forgotten Realms, will be Bathsheba, their priests must wear powdered wigs. Am I dressed as that kind of follower?
That would be up to you. And actually, Bathsheba and Chalk aren't completely the same. Hang on, let me do some quick.
They're not completely the same. Okay.
Let
All
me
right.
just double check that.
All right. If I'm not wearing a powdered wig, I would like to grab one and put one on.
Sure. There are spiders all up inside this wig.
Nice.
Even better.
Snack for later. That's fine.
Perfect.
Proper fire genasi things.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, just give me 1 second. I'm doing
Only
one
the
quick
good
little
ones.
lore look. Yeah, Bathsheba is not quite the same thing as Chalk.
Boy, watch it.
But yeah, so you have a wig that you place on your head, and immediately the spider comes, crawls across your face. You just kind of go up and grab it. Sure, it's not a boost
they
trick.
A la the mummy.
Dack.
Oh.
Okay. So you now have
that was
yourself
nothing. Let's go
a wig.
the normal way.
And back to the other direction you go then. Let's get to the right spot here so I can operate the other tokens. So stepping into this space, Volric, you had a chance to look in here before, and it's still... There used to be people in here. There was Darklings, actually, at one point in time that were in here and are no longer. This room, again, eerily quiet. and what you see inside the space, stone bookshelves kind of line the walls and kind of have are freestanding in the middle of this space as well. There's a whole bunch of leather-bound tomes, many of them black in color on the leathers. There are actually, I will say that you will see this as you guys kind of start to step in. You will see that there is a goblin that seems to be shelving things, but you just kind of barely hear them. They're on the other side of a bookshelf, so they haven't noticed you yet. You haven't walked into their sight or anything like that. But there is a goblin in there as well.
I think we should search where we last saw a gleam.
I know where they went, which is the thing, but I will like whisper that to Dottie, who I hope will be like, wee, 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 you know.
All right.
The entire time Dottie's walking around going like,
Did you find anything?
Okay, moving
now,
deftly
now.
and silently. You would have to go back towards your other props room. Is that the direction that Volric would know to
This
lead
way?
you guys to the other props room, back into the other space? So I'll open up that curtain here for you right now too.
Didn't Homegirl Gleam go through the prop room and then go up that little stairway
Nope.
that I had saw?
No, not there. She went down the corridor in the props room. You saw her when you were in the props room.
No, right. Oh, that's right, because I tried to grab her and she was like, no, I gotta save my sister. And I was like, fine then, die.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So you guys open up the curtains. You guys are back into the props room once more. Let's see here. Operating these guys here. And so you guys all quietly make your way into this props room. Still no light. So anybody who hasn't got dark vision is really just kind of holding tight to the other people, to the rest of your party, in order to make sure that you don't get lost.
Who does have dark vision?
I
here?
have.
I know I do.
I don't.
I think Dottie
Dottie's
is
Scrags.
the only one who does not have dark vision.
I'll be holding Dottie's hand then.
Okay. Actually, scratch that.
Yeah,
Amador also
should
doesn't
be
have dark
fine.
vision.
But Amador's a plant.
He's
He can
fine.
stay.
He has
he
plant
can-
vision.
He can stay. He's ground
Ooh.
sense. He's like echolocation, but with ground.
I'll hold on to his weeds. He'll be fine.
Perfect.
His beautiful, beautiful petals.
And so you guys now come in here into this prop space, and you do now see this corridor down to the right-hand side. That's the one that you recognize right quick. Volric is the one that she dipped down.
I'll just point, very like, and then I'll start.
Okay.
Then I'll like hold on to Dottie's hand and start
Cool.
like trying to sneak our ways over.
All right.
I also want to see if she's within 100 feet by being like, Gleam, are you there?
Okay. Hang on a
For
second. I'm gonna
your
do some
for
quick
your
math here.
mind.
Out into the everyone, or just like if it connects to her mind.
Just to
would
see
be-
if it connects to her mind.
Yeah. So just give me one moment. Let me see if I can figure out where she would be. Okay.
Where would her corpse be?
That's kind of almost what I was thinking. Almost.
Where's her dead body?
Okay.
She's fine.
Yeah, she's fine. Amador wouldn't make us go on a pointless
I
quest,
actually
right?
think that she...
I'm using it as fertilizer.
Hang on, I gotta do
yeah.
some... Sorry, you just asked a question that made me realize I missed something, so I'm gonna make sure I capture it right now. That would be...
Sorry for the math.
No, that's quite all right. I'm glad that that's happening, because I almost missed something, and it would have been really bad for me to try to retcon it. Okay.
You don't connect to her mind because her mind's screaming "ow" because she's dead.
Right.
Is that what
okay.
death is?
Ow!
Got it. So you reach out with your mind, and you hear, "You're back. Yeah, I'm in a pickle.
Where are you?
I don't know. But it looks like they're gonna use some sort of electricity on me.
Well,
Oh
she
my
said
God.
she's in a pickle, so obviously she's in a pickle.
Shh, you don't know this.
Is it completely dark where you're at? Can you see anything?
I can see there's another goblin in here, in the other cage. The chair looks really
Cage?
scary though.
Oh my god.
I look to the others. They're gonna give her the electric chair. Oh my God.
Oh no!
Like, as if Dottie's like near screaming, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
No, they're being nice and quiet.
Just be like, shut up. But,
Ask her what direction
Then-
she went.
she don't know.
Um,
But,
So you said another goblin. Are you in a cell? Is there any?
Well, it's a cage.
Okay.
I'd say.
You.
Well, it looks like I'm still inside.
Okay. You must be close because the spell only works within 100 feet. So
Where are
you'll
you?
be. We're in the prop room downstairs.
Don't go that way.
Don't go that way.
No. The bugbear hurt me.
The bugbear.
Right, okay.
It's probably a
Dottie
cyclops.
Dottie just
And
hit me up.
Amador
when you-
immediately pulls out the rapiers. Where?
Not now, sweetheart, not now.
So I'll bounce back and forth between telepathy and talking with the party.
Your brain
And
is going to be so
just-
tired. Okay.
Oh, Dottie's
She ends up
exhausted.
thinking towards
already.
the party and talking at the Gleam.
Mhm.
And you're just kind of relaying everything that's being heard that you're hearing from
Yes.
Gleam and then back from the party. Okay, cool.
And then one last thing
Well,
for
then,
Gleam. Is there anything else we should know?
Well, I don't know. I only just woke up a few hours ago. All I know is that they haven't come back in here for a while.
I'm gonna, when Dottie relays that information, just like out loud, I'll grab her by the hand and just start like directing them towards that other entrance that I saw, the stairs that go up.
All right.
Because if we can't go the bugbear way, we might as well see what's
Yeah.
the other way.
I agree.
All right. So you start making your way. I'm going to just start moving tokens.
I'm holding Dottie's hand, so wherever I'm
Sure,
going,
sure.
they're being dragged along with me.
Dottie is no longer with the... there we go. Okay, so, and that's actually not true anymore either. I gotta move that too. Good. So what you see as you kind of look down this corridor, you see it's just a short little corridor, about 40 feet, 50 feet long. Hang on, that's not true. 30 feet long. But there's also a little door to the left-hand side, and just an opening. It's not actually even a door. It's just an opening that you can now see stairs spiral up further, higher up into the mountain, to another level.
Dottie, try again.
But there is also a door at the end of this hallway.
Okay. Gleam, just checking to see if we're still within 100 feet of you.
Uh-huh. And
Okay.
at this point in time, I'm also going to make sure I point out, because it might not be obvious to you guys on your map, especially if I don't actually move it on the stream. There we go. That there is actually an opening in the bookshelves on, I'm going to call it the north side of the map, even though it's not actually really. But on the top side of the map of this room, there is another one of those soundproof curtains. So there is another hallway coming off the top end of this map right here.
Got it. Okay.
If we were still in 100 feet, though,
You are still within 100 feet.
no. Yeah, no, then that to me makes perfect sense of how. Yeah, no, okay. So, Balric is just gonna, like, guide Dottie's hand to Erebus, who's conveniently very right there on the map, and sort of grasp their hands together, and then,
Dottie?
I am going to
Hello.
go. I am going to go up to that door and try and peek my little eyeball in.
All right. Let's see here. One tiny little change I need to do making here. There we go.
I just need to change this bugbear to a cyclops. Hold on.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Draggy. All right, here we go.
Oh no, I don't like draggy. No, put the draggies away.
All right, you do a quick little peek into the door, and sure enough, what you see in here with your dark vision, you see a chair. Actually, just get the full description the way that they did it here in the book. You will see that the walls of this room are adorned with wooden masks, all over the place. Like if you've ever seen a wig wall, it's a mask wall instead. Most of them appear to be shocked goblin faces, and dozens of masks hang neatly from hooks on the walls. Several more are just kind of stowed haphazardly around the space. There are 2 padlocked cages that you see in one corner. Inside one of them, a goblin. Inside another one, an elf with a moon mask. You see Gleam. You also see both of them panic-stricken on their face. In the middle of the room, you see 2 copper poles with a couple of large orbs beside them, on top of them. Set in between these 2 poles is a chair. Is simply a chair there, and it is dark, and it looks like some sort of an electrical contraption in these poles with these 1 foot diameter orbs sitting on top of these 3 foot poles.
Can I do something
They
real quick?
aren't.
So, I would like to the beanie of
Well, I lost you there. Say that again.
the beanie of telepathy has a feature.
Okay.
I'll post it.
What does this beanie have? My god.
Oh. Ooh.
So I want to turn Dottie into an active sensor for both the hags, Gleam, just anything.
Basically, it's an
Within 30
intelligence
turned on
radar for
detect
30
life.
feet. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta look something up here then.
This
The hags
beanie
are
is
35
amazing.
I was about to say, this beanie's a little bit OP.
Okay,
Like, this
hang
beanie
on.
is popping off. Why do I feel like Dottie, when she's doing this, is 100% doing like echolocation, where she's just like, wow! And then see if anything comes back.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just telepathic. Can't talk to me.
Wow!
Telepathic.
Distance depends of thinking creatures. Okay. Oh no,
This beanie was
they're
the best
thinking
gift
creatures. Okay, so with this then, you get the sense of the first things that you're going to see with this particular feature is all those who have not just thought processes, but like cognitive processes, so meta and self-cognitive processes. So the first people you're going to notice are going to be Volric, Amador, Aravis, yourself, Shimo, and Scrags.
Not Scrags. I was just kidding.
You will also notice, hang on, 30
UNC.
feet from you, you will also notice, hang on, I gotta figure what that is, ups and downs.
You wouldn't figure out Volric. Volric's a very instinctual.
Yeah, nope,
being.
that's it, okay.
He's a goblin, you see.
You will notice that, thinking a little bit more clear, kind of opening up your consciousness a little bit more, there are some that are a little bit less self-cognitive. And by some, what I mean is somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 less self-cognitive creatures.
Huh.
You just sense their presence. You don't see them. Or roll a
It
perception
doesn't
check.
tell you
Actually.
how
Let's
many
see if you see
you
them.
sense, though.
Okay.
Is Dottie telling
It
us
does-
this, or she's not?
Well, Dottie would be telling you lot this. Volric's a bit ahead, so I wouldn't know shit either way.
right now, I think Dottie would be communicating this with Erebus.
Okay, before you do that, let's roll that perception check first.
Yes.
Okay.
13, not bad for me.
So with a 13, you don't see anything, but you do feel their presence, so you could relay that if you wanted to.
I will.
Where's the Twilight Priest when you need one? Right? Okay, that's Dak in the chat.
Can she feel like direction of where it is?
There is no directionality.
That's what I
here.
was saying. Can they feel?
I just know it's within 30 feet.
Then I will
Fair.
pull her
Okay.
with me a little bit closer and see if any of them disappear or any of them, or if there's any more.
You actually start to feel
Wow.
them. Some of them start to kind of disappear from your awareness.
Okay, they're
It's like
pulling back.
Blip, blip,
All right, I think
blip, blip.
the room over here is okay then.
The one that Valric's at the door at,
So
looking in.
Valric,
Yeah.
you're looking in. Gleam's looking up at your face, like, okay. And she turns to the goblin in the corner, and just kind of like,
What? The goblin just speaks out. But like,
Are you stepping
I
in?
just look at Gleam, and I'm gonna look at Gleam and be like, anyone else in there? And then I will like go into my little sack and highlight my thieves' tools.
all right. You go into your bag of your backpack and highlight your thieves' tools and pull them out and put them into your hands.
Okay.
Okay.
I know I was like showing them off to like Gleam, being like, "Ayo, sis, look what I got."
I just, like-
But like,
And the rest of you guys are what are you guys doing?
I'm shifting Dottie back and forth to see like
She's
the
just going-
direction that they're like appearing, like moving her up and
All right.
down.
I am now going to get you to roll a perception check. Okay.
Dottie roll like a con save to see if she picks up in the middle of things.
It's like a
Oh,
was
yeah,
like
it's on the
over
perception check.
with.
oh me, okay.
Got
Erebus
it.
on the perception check.
22.
Oh, much better.
Jesus Christ!
Much better. So with that 22, as you start to move Dottie like a hooded lantern around the space, you with your
She's
dark
just
vision
whispering
notice
like
this.
good, bad.
Yeah.
Beep, beep,
You-
beep, beep.
You notice this with your dark vision, that the shadows seem to shift along the walls and along the bookcases. You look up and you're pretty certain you actually see a shadow change along the roof. And the long
Shut the
shadows that were being cast with the very dim light that's in here seem to get longer and then pull away.
I will slowly put Dottie down and start walking towards nonchalantly towards Ulrich.
Okay.
And
Ulrich
I'll get
is-
near him and say, "We need to hurry."
I'm in here, home guy.
Okay.
I'm
Is the
in this
are the
room.
rest of you guys following? Like Dottie, you're still following Erebus, I'm guessing, right?
Yes, just focusing on that sensor.
Okay, Scrags, what are you doing? Are you following in too? I lost Scrags.
Scraggs is muted.
Passed out.
Poor guy.
Scraggs
There you
is muted. There he is.
I was muted. Sorry,
That's right.
I was
Welcome
chatting. I was
back.
like, no one can hear me.
Ah!
I well,
We're just ignoring you. Sorry.
not
Yeah.
with all their stuff going on, I'm just looking around at any props in the immediate vicinity. If there's any makeup, I'll take it.
Okay. In the
Any
original
clothes that looks nice.
in the original props room, there was plenty for you to choose from. In this space, it's all books and
It's all
black
books.
bound leather tomes.
Well, since everyone is just kind of like milling around, I'll take out a book and see if I know how to read.
Okay, books. Here we go. 50...
We love an educated queen. We love the education. Look at that fire genasi read. I'm surprised
My
he's
lowest
learning it.
stat is intelligence.
Let's see here.
Dolly doesn't detect Scrax at all.
The
Roll
only
me
one
an
I don't
investigation
detect.
Roll
What's
me an
that?
investigation check.
Wisdom check?
Investigation.
Oh, investigation. Sorry, I couldn't hear.
That's right.
Investigation. Okay. It's rolling. So
It's
slow.
thinking. It's thinking.
11.
Okay, so what you see in here, trying to make sure you guys are all moving around in a way that the goblin doesn't see you, the goblin who's kind of going through the shelves and putting books back up and down. Most of the books in here are black, but you are able, and they're all very much the exact same size, 3 inches wide, 8 inches tall, black wooden covers, yellow pages inside that you could see. When you get into this space, or get into one of these books, they all look like they're journals, handwritten accounts of some sort, except for one book. One book on these shelves does not look black.
It looks slightly
I'll
gray.
pick up that one.
All right,
Look at the cover.
it's called Tales from the Gloaming Court, volume number 3.
Aww.
I shall reach my hands into the air, pray to Chalk. Mistress, please let me read. Can I read? And what does she reply back, if anything?
Well, what you see on the tome first, it is a green covered. It's the one that sticks out. It's a green covered tome with a kissing frog on the front of it.
Oh, I likes frogs. I eat them all the time.
As you say
Don't
that,
make the face.
as you say that, you stroke the frog's face, and it croaks out in Elvish. Who speaks Elvish?
Maybe the elf?
Shimo would.
Shimo would as well, yeah.
I
So you
also
guys hear-
know Elvish.
Okay, so you'll understand it. You'll hear in this croaking frog's voice, Tales from the Gloaming Court, Volume 3. Really loud echoes throughout the entire space. As you do that, Scraggs, you immediately turn to where you saw the goblin was, and he kind of peeks around the corner. Just, Oi! What's this?
I'm speeding the fuck up on my lock picking on the locks. I'm like,
okay, you don't hear. You guys only hear like some form of. I guess you'll hear it from a distance, but it's definitely a long distance away. And as the goblin shouts out, the door behind you guys slams shut.
Fuck me.
All right, I'm assisting him with the block picking.
Okay,
How
go
are
ahead
you
and roll your
assisting
lockpick.
me?
I have lock picked.
Oh, fair. How do I do lock picking?
Go
I
ahead
can
and
do
do your. It is a thieves' tools check with your dexterity.
Right.
Yeah. And if you're proficient, you can just do what's the hand one?
Oh, sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand,
Okay.
yeah. That'll
Sleight
work.
of hand. If you're proficient in both,
Scraggs, I
Okay,
need you to roll
just
for
it'll
me
be the same
initiative.
number.
Can I just do stealth then and just say that's my lockpicking? Because I'm proficient in both of those.
Sure.
Yeah, that would be fine.
I have thieves' tools and I'm at expertise in them. You can just let me do it.
Well, thank God I have advantage.
All right, Scraggs,
that's
I need you
better.
to roll roll initiative.
I thought I did.
I saw
Okay,
investigation,
why is
but not
nothing popping
initiative.
up?
Yeah, we only have investigation so far, Scrags.
I'm rolling it. It's okay. It's finally rolling.
Okay.
16, 18, 20.
There it is.
18.
I got it. There it is. So with an 18, I need to roll my initiative now here too. Let's pull these guys up. Let's do this. Let's go with that one. That one will work just fine. Initiative. Okay. All right. So Scrags, as the shout comes out, you hear the door slam. You actually are on top of the initiative. What you notice, of course, is the goblin, who I should probably get a goblin on there for you. The goblin peeking around the corner from the bookshelf. Goblin, where are you? Right there. Okay, there's your goblin.
Okay.
Okay. And this darkened space with elongated shadows in it as well. What are you going to do?
I am going to look at the goblin. Can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
He can for sure. What is the DC? I rolled high.
15.
It was a 15, exactly. So it's going to save.
Okay, well, I was casting Charm Person.
Okay.
But I am going to pull back my cloak and show what appears to be a goblin. Because I'm always running different disguises. Appears to be a goblin, and I'll say, auditors, inspection.
Okay. Deception check.
We've got to go through all of the stuff here.
Especially this book.
Roll me a deception check.
Okay, rolling.
Come on.
Oh, natural 20.
Nice!
Yes!
Nice.
24.
All right. So with that natural 20, on a 24 deception check, is that your whole turn? Are you gonna make that your whole turn then?
Well, I cast a spell. I'm just saying auditors, inspection.
Okay.
You got to get through everything.
All right. That's going to bring it then to my creature's turn. And the goblin is like, oh, right, yeah. I've already done this shelf mostly. You can start on that one. But while that's happening, a whole bunch of shadows just seem to fly in strange along the floor, roof, and walls, and off bookshelves and onto the floors, and they just dart down the hallway. The hallway that the rest of your friends just went down and had a door shut behind them.
Motherfucker!
Did we get it open?
What's
it takes more than 6
what's
seconds
wrong?
usually to do it.
How
But
good?
what's those things? Why are they going down there?
and the goblin just kind of doesn't really give you a full response. With that I'm going to say that top initiative round, basically the only thing that happened in that room was you trying to unlock that cage. And I'm going to say because it was a 20 on that lock, it was successful. So now I'm going to get the rest of you guys to roll into initiative as well.
I'm gonna see this little rodent that we call a friend, Scrags. I'm gonna murder that. I'm gonna murder that dude. I'm gonna murder you.
No, with such high initiative bonus, you'd think we'd go high initiative.
Yeah, you know what? With my +8, you would think I would get somewhere, but no, 15. Oh, hey, we have the same initiative. Whose dex is higher? Mine or yours?
I have 4 decks.
We're the same. Rollies.
All right, yeah, do it. Go for just roll a d20. We'll see who goes first there. Then, actually, you know what? No, use your wisdom score. What's your wisdom score?
Oh, 4.
Score.
My
not
wisdom.
My wisdom score is +4, 18.
18.
No.
I
Okay.
only have a 14.
Okay, so that means that Volric's going to go first.
I thought
Volric?
charisma.
Volric, you must not have clicked on your token to roll that
My
initiative.
-2. Did I not? Oh, that's right. I do it on the tingy. Oh,
Let's see here. Ah! Come on, tools. Let's do this. Let's do this. That didn't work either. Let's try this instead. There we go. That's doing the trick now.
yay!
Okay, you're in, and your initiative is. I'm gonna make yours 15.4.
16.
There, done.
Oh,
15.4. Done. And huzzah.
yay!
Okay. And then I suppose I need to roll Shimo and Amador in here too, don't I? Let's do it.
And Gleam.
And Gleam. Gleam's not in initiative yet. She can't actually
she's
do anything
useless.
yet. Yeah,
Well, maybe
she
her
can't do anything
cantrip
yet.
of light will do something. Maybe her cantrips, her endless supply of cantrips can do something.
And who's the other one that I need to roll in here? Shimo. Shimo. Okay. Come on, machine. Work with me here. And we're on that. Okay. Whew, there's a lot here to get going. Sorry, guys. There's Amador.
What a perfect time to get into combat, too.
Right.
10 minutes before
And
the end.
Shimo. And here's Shimo's initiative. Huzzah. Okay, so everybody's in there now. So we can go now and descend it. Here we go. Dottie, in this space, as yeah, I'll just close this. It's going to be easier that way. Dottie, in this space, as the door slams and you kind see Volric furiously working on the lock, you notice as shadows seem to almost pour in the cracks of the door and spill out into this space.
Okay. How many of them do I see?
That many right there. Oh, that's not
Got
true.
it.
I'm missing some. Hang on. That many. Sorry.
Got it. Okay. Should I end this quickly or quietly? Let's
There,
go
okay.
quietly.
Now that's a little bit better set up in here.
So, Dottie is trying to stay pretty chill. So she's going to fling out we'll say a firebolt
Fireball.
towards
Oh,
with a T.
Oh, that's a lot.
Firebolt.
That is a lot.
Okay,
Yes.
who are you targeting then?
Let's go with so we can get the gleam this guy.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Okay.
15. Does it 15? I gotta get that open again. Darn it, all of the things. Darn all of the things. Okay. That one is... Yes, okay, so that definitely hits.
Cool. So that's 7 fire.
7 points of fire damage on that one creature. Let's see here. Alrighty then. And anything else on your turn?
And since that was a cantrip and I didn't announce that I was casting mage armor earlier, I'll quicken spell mage armor.
That would be good. Okie doke. So you now have your mage armor up. That increases your AC a little bit.
Yes.
Anything
And
else
that
on
is
your
me.
turn? All right.
Nope.
Scrags. It's now up to you. You're still in the other space with the other goblin there. But you did just watch all these shadows dart down the hallway. So you get... What is it you're going to do?
I'm going to look to the goblin and I needs to requisition the key to that door.
And
Come on, hand it over.
it's going to say... What for? Is something... What's... No, It's unlocked. Just go.
All right, I'll go over to the door.
All right.
I'll try to open it.
And going over to the door, which I have to do this. Here, let's do it this way. You'd have to dash to the door. It's that far away.
Okay, 1 second. Hold on, I was. Why is.
Man, if only you were really a goblin.
Oh,
you'd
my
be able
screen
to-
is not full. What's going on?
So currently,
Yeah,
you're
if I was
up
really
at
a goblin, I'd be able to do lots.
Yeah. Do you have
Uh,
actually, yeah, so
is that
to
really
get to the
30
door would be a
feet?
dash.
Where was-
Well, each one of these squares is 10. And so you were I don't have my
Oh, okay.
you were
Yeah, my
45
ruler's not
feet away from the
showing
door.
up.
Yeah, you were 45 feet away from the door.
All right, I'll dash up to the door, and then I will take out my. Okay, actions. Go to section. I shall. That's my turn, apparently.
Okay. You can try the door
Yep.
if you would like. It is
I'll try to
actually
open
locked.
the door, yeah.
Yeah, it is actually locked.
I'll look back to the goblin and say, it's locked.
You're like, well, that's weird.
I'm telling my supervisor about you. That's my turn.
All right, that'll bring us to Amador. Amador is going to pull out his rapier and try and do something with it to the one that's nearby him.
Come on, Amador. Come on.
Actually, no, he doesn't actually want to be that close. He's actually going to use instead kind of pull off of his hip this little sling, put a little what looks like a little stone, and use it and just whips it out. As he shoots a seed with an 11 that doesn't hit, and it just at one of the shadows, and it just the shadow seems to kind of shift and it hits the wall beside them instead. That's Amador's turn. It is now Valric's
Are
turn.
me and Amador's brothers in arms? Do we do the same shtick? Good for us. Anyway, okay. I've just unlocked Gleam's cage, right?
You have unlocked Gleam's cage, so Gleam is now just kind of getting herself pulled out of the cage. I guess I could get her right in here for the next round.
Can I see this? Whatever this is.
Whoa. Yes, you do see that.
What is it?
It looks like a shadow. And actually, that
Great.
brings me to look something up here too. Which space was that? There's so much going on in this space. Sometimes I feel like I'm missing it all. Come on. Okay, I see why. Okay, cool. Right. Okay. There it is. Okay, gotcha. So. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you see, it just looks like one of the other shadows. I suppose the thing, with your passive perception, you are going to notice that there is a little bit of an odd shape to the head of the shadow. It does actually look like you're looking at Gleam's silhouette when you look at that one.
Bonus action, Hunter's Mark on that one.
Okie doke.
Then I'm going to take 3 attack actions on that one that looks like Gleam.
Go for it. What are your attack actions?
All long shot or longbow ones, but I'm trying to figure out, do I do sharpshooter or not? You know what? Fuck it. All of them are sharpshooter because I hit myself. Okay.
Okay.
So. Boop.
That hits.
Okay, cool. Second one.
I would recommend actually rolling that out first. That'll
Oh,
also
yeah,
hit,
shoot.
but roll the damage on that one first, including your hunter's mark.
Yeah, so this is the damage.
Was that with your hunter's mark?
Well, that's not with hunter's mark, but that's my longbow shot. That's 5, so it's 15,
Okay.
and then boop. Fuck my life. So it's 16,
That's 16.
actually.
You knock it down.
Great. Fuck. I wonder, can I do that bonus action thing? Does that?
Well, you can choose a different target now.
Yeah, I can choose a different target, but I was wondering. No, it's on a subsequent turn. Anyway, I was wondering, can I change my hunter's mark to the other creatures? But I can't because I've already used my bonus action that one.
That's correct.
But that second one will hit this dude, the second furthest away from me. Then, so I'm guessing that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
That 20 still hits. So boop. Fuck my 15.
All right. It's still up, but you definitely kind of there you go.
The 4.
Hang on. What's the 4?
Because it's oh fuck, that's right.
You don't have hunter's mark on it. Yeah, it just kind of you see a chunk, almost like a blackened cloak, kind of get pierced off of this shadowy thing.
And then
but it's still up.
My last shot. Well, do I change it? I'm gonna change the next one to the one that's beside him, like his bestie, like right here.
Okie doke.
And to his bestie.
Okie doke. All right, we're getting back in here. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, just give me 1 second as I get everybody back in here. That was weird. I don't know why that did it again. That I'm gonna have to fix my OBS or something. That is this person here. No, it's not. It's this person here. There we go. All right. Okay, we should all be back in here again now. Let's get that thing back opened up again too. Man, that was